Gonna help out with a little bit of rescues. We're gonna do what we can to help out with some rescues. Have a boat, so we'll maybe have a boat. So even if we don't have a boat, we're gonna go down there and see what we can do. I got a friend down there, Michael Fisher. Some of y'all might have seen him on the news, but we're gonna meet up with him and see if we can help him out a little bit and help some people out, some dogs. I know there's a bunch of dogs down there. Samantha, my wife, is gonna be our dispatcher, and she's pretty much gonna tell us where to go. She's following on a couple of websites and a couple of other things that shows where people need help the most. And on this app that my lovely wife sent me, Zello, it's saying that they're only allowing military personnel. I think they said in Orange, around Orange. Was it Orange? Around Orange, they're only allowing military personnel in the water right now because a dam is about to break. So only military personnel is allowed in the water. So from what I've heard, there's quite a few rescues needed in Deweyville, Texas. So we're gonna head to Deweyville and start there. They said it's gonna be a long night doing rescues. All right, for those who are watching, got our boat. We're strapping it down right now. Nice little raft-looking boat, nice and sturdy though. It'll do really well down there. Got a little trolley motor with it. Strapping it down right now. So this is what we got to go and rescue people with. This is what we'll be using. There's no power anywhere. You got some people that are running some generators, but we've gone through a couple of towns through here that just have absolutely no power. It's crazy. It's like a ghost town down here. The way we were going before had us going down to 89 or 82, something like that. But it was pretty flooded. We couldn't get through, so it rerouted us up down 96. So right now we're going down to 96, seeing if we can get help out some people. Really strong fire smell in the air right now. I don't know if probably maybe just generators. Might just be generators going off. People running their generators, so it has a very strong smoky, fiery smell in the air right now. All right. Well, those of you that are watching, we're about to head out on our first rescue mission. We made it here for a while. Met up with a group of guys that we're going to go out and bite her and do our first rescue mission. You can't see me real well right now because I'm getting in the truck. All right, we're live right now. I don't know if you guys can tell. We're in Vidor, Texas right now, off of East Railroad East, something like that. Doing a swift water rescue. Hopefully this lady's no longer responding, so we're hoping it is a rescue and not a retrieval. It's kind of what the hopes are right now. I don't know if you can see the water around me. It is, I mean, I'm about that deep in water right now. Did a couple of rescues back in Vidor where we were. Saved a little old lady. Was without, I guess she's on oxygen. She was without her oxygen for a few hours. Got her to the hospital where she needed to be. Loaded the boat back up. All the boats, we're with a big convoy down here. Loaded all of our boats back up. We're heading down somewhere else. I think they said Terry Street or something.
Because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. restless dreams I walked alone. Narrow streets of cobblestone. Neath the halo of a street lamp, I turned my collar to the cold and damp. When my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light that split the night and touched the sound of silence. And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more. People talking without speaking. People hearing without listening. People writing songs and voices never shared. And no one dared disturb the sound of silence. Fool said I, you do not know. Silence like a cancer grows. Hear my words that I might teach you. Take my arms and I might reach you. But my words, like silent raindrops fell and echoed in the wells of silence. And the people bowed and prayed to the neon god they made. And the sign flashed out its warning, and the words that it was forming. And the sign said the words of the prophets are written on the subway walls, in tenement halls, and whispered in the sound of silence. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
Bunch of people needing help down in Bridge City, so that's where we're headed to right now. See what we can do about some rescuing some people out there in Bridge City. Running on absolutely no sleep. It's 10:12 in the morning, so buddy over here, Braley, he's been awake since like 7 o'clock yesterday. So now we're through. They're letting water out of a dam up here, and it's going to flood out Bridge City. Here's her wondering, I am home, safe and sound. When we left, we decided to leave. Our group split up. Some of our guys went to bed. They'd been up for 2-3 days. Some of the guys we were with went to go check on their family. They were locals. And there was nothing else for us to do at that point. So we decided to leave. Sure enough, as soon as we left, like 30 minutes after we left, there were calls left and right about people needing emergency rescues and Vider and all those other Beaumont, all those other Houstonian cities. But there was a ton of calls for rescues, and like I said, we were already 30 minutes out, and we didn't want to get stuck there and me miss work on Saturday and get in trouble. So we just went ahead and let some other guys that were there take those calls, and we decided to go ahead and head back home. What's sad is there's a city there. It's Bridge City. I think it's Bridge City. Bridge City. We went down there to help with some evacuations, and we had to check in with the fire department, and they didn't want to let us in. They said, "Oh no, we don't need any help. We got plenty of stuff." And then we found out that they were going to be opening the dam shortly, and when that dam opened up, an extra, 72 feet of water would be coming down. So that's an extra 14, spread out an extra 14 feet. And we're like, oh my, are you going to tell these people? The fire department said, no, that's not our job to tell these people. So these poor people down there had no idea that their houses were about to be flooded again. They thought the floods were done, and they had no idea that they were about to be stranded there. They kicked us out of Bridge City, so we couldn't do anything else. We tried alerting them through Facebook and other stuff, but we got kicked out, so there's nothing else we could do. So we would, if I was to stay tonight, actually probably right now, they're going in and helping with those rescues now. They do have a 7 to 7 curfew there, so after 7 p.m. no one's even allowed to be outside. They don't even want rescue people outside past 7 p.m. So we had to go around some law enforcement in order to save people's lives, which was ridiculous. But all in all, while we were there, I did 13 rescues. So we did 13 rescues and 1 retrieval. So that was kind of a sad story on that one. But 13 rescues and 1 retrieval isn't bad for how long we were there. We were only there for 24 hours. So isn't bad. So like I said, we're home safe. So I didn't get in trouble for not being at work tomorrow. They said if we would have stayed, especially at Bridge City, if we would have stayed in Bridge City, we wouldn't have been able to get out of Bridge City until Wednesdays. They said that's the earliest time that we would have been able to be out of there. While we were there, a couple of bridges collapsed. I think there was 2 bridges that collapsed while we were there. Luckily, it was a bridge that we had already crossed, so we were fine there. But a lot of crazy stuff going on in Houston right now, and they still need a lot of supplies, a lot of support. So if you can donate to them, definitely donate to them. And next time, Russell, I'll have to make you go. That'll be a lot of fun. Need a bigger boat next time for sure. But yeah, it was definitely a lot of fun. Great experience to be down there with these guys. I was working with the navies who I was working with, Southeast Navy, something like that. But that's who my crew was. So I was working with the Navy doing swiftwater rescue. Like I said, 13 rescues isn't bad. 13 groups, more people. One of the families we went to had like 6 family members. So, and 2 dogs and a cat and a chicken. So we were rescuing all sorts of things down there. So it was definitely an experience, and to see it firsthand was definitely something that was just crazy. I've never seen water like that. I mean, water was going to the roofs of houses, and we were plowing through it in the truck we were in and doing everything we could, and seeing people come out of their homes with everything they could carry with them. Their everything that they held, I guess, of value. Really, I mean, people were bringing their animals, their medication. One guy tried to bring his PlayStation. Everything else was completely destroyed, and some of the houses down there. Out in Vidor, is it in Vidor? I think it's out in Vidor. None of those people have flood insurance because, from what the locals were telling me, that's not supposed to happen there. That it's not supposed to flood there. You can't even if you wanted flood insurance, you can't get flood insurance there. So a lot of these people they've lost everything. I mean, they're screwed because they don't have flood insurance, so they're just out. So they will definitely need some donations and need some help. I want to go back. I know my church is going back in a few weeks. I think obviously the water rescue will be done in a few weeks. They'll just be doing some donations and stuff. But definitely, excuse me, definitely next time a hurricane or anything like that hits with the little bit of experience I have, maybe I can be of more help. But it was great working with a group of guys I was working down there with, and it was a lot of fun. It was a great experience, and it's something that I'll definitely remember for the rest of my life. So.
Tenement halls and whisper in the sound of silence. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. In restless dreams I walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone, neath the halo of a street lamp. I turned my collar to the cold and damp, when my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light that split the night and touched the sound of silence.